Hello there and welcome to TechMark Pod. This is Alfred Chingombe from RAD Academy, and you might be wondering, where is Alvin today? Well, as you can see, we have these that have been here for a while, and Alvin is busy finalizing another one, and I'm sure he'll be joining us pretty soon. Let's see. Let's wait a bit.
Welcome to TechMark Pod, where we innovate, discuss, and discover the dynamic intersection of technology and marketing. In each episode, we explore how businesses can leverage both to drive growth and innovation. Meet Alvin, our esteemed host for TechMark Pod. With over 15 years of experience as a renowned marketer, project manager, and software as a service architect, join us as we uncover the unique value proposition of integrating technology and marketing strategies, helping you stay ahead in this fast-paced digital world.
Thank you very much, Alfred. Thank you for introducing the new episode of TechMark Pod. And everyone is just wondering what's the old take about this episode. I mean, we're going to be talking about gaming, AI, technology, everything that is happening today and in the world, basically, right? So let me tell you something, Alfred. I'm very excited about this episode because my children, they are very much big gamers, and it's something that is exciting that we are discussing gaming. You know what I mean? So, Alfred, I want you to introduce yourself again from RAD Academy. We want to know what is the RAD Academy. We take it from there, and then we talk about the gaming, we talk about the AI and everything technology.
Perfect. So, Alvin, at RAD Academy, first let me start with why RAD. So
Yeah.
RAD stands for Redefining African Dreams.
Okay.
And the idea behind it, myself, my business partner, when we started it, we realized that a lot of times when African children have their dreams are watered down by circumstance, by society, by anything. And we thought we need to find a name that resonates with bringing back the shine. You know, like when you polish something that has lost its shine. So that's where the redefining comes in. Where we're not saying we're changing the African dreams, but we're saying our dreams are valid.
Yeah.
Let's put that shine back into them, and then we chase after them. So at RAD Academy, we teach kids problem-solving skills for a digital age. That really is what it boils down to. And it just so happens that currently the problem-solving skills are around coding, around, like you mentioned, gaming is one of the areas. And a lot of parents wonder, how does gaming help with problem-solving? But we'll get into that later. So we're based in Pretoria. That's where we do our lessons in person. But we also do online lessons for those that can't travel to Pretoria, and also that those that are in Pretoria can travel but just miss a lesson. So the online lessons become a backup. We've been in this business since level 5 lockdown 2020.
Yeah.
And I remember one of your earlier episodes, one of the ladies mentioned she started a business during COVID, and it was quite coincidental that for us as well. I chuckled when I heard it because we also, level 5 is when my business partner and I thought, parents are sitting at home, kids are sitting at home. At this stage, there's very little they're doing. We all thought it's going to end very soon. So we just thought, let's teach our friends' kids. So we started with our friends and their children, and it grew from there. They actually then said, gentlemen, what you're doing is helping our kids, and it's something that we gladly pay for. It's after school activities at schools. We would pay for this. So that's when we started charging. And so RAD Academy has been going since 2020 and slowly growing and picking up steam, and now touching on things like game development. And one of the areas we'll pick on later, Minecraft education.
Oh, interesting. I think I want to go back to how COVID accelerated digital businesses, because many of our digital businesses, they got accelerated during COVID. So it's not really a coincidence that RAD Academy was actually born on the right time. And here we are. I want to jump into Minecraft, right? So my children have been playing Minecraft for a very long time, right? And one thing that I've noticed is they've become more intelligent. They've become more intelligent than what I expect. Possibly, I'm comparing myself when I was their age, and I'm realizing that no, wait, these guys are more intelligent than I was. You know what I mean? So I think as a tutor of Minecraft coding, I think you should take us through what really how do you take the kids through coding, and how do they build their personalities or the knowledge that they accrue just by coding with Minecraft?
So when it comes to Minecraft, there's Minecraft and then there's Minecraft Education. So the company that started Minecraft, Mojang, bought by Microsoft, what happened was they then branched out from the Minecraft that we all know into Minecraft Education, a separate downloadable which is focused on education, but built on the same principles as Minecraft Education. So it looks the same, works the same, still building the same, but now they put educational aspects to it. So things like coding, like currently our learners that are going through coding, I'm getting them to build something in Minecraft, but using code. So they learn a concept, then apply that concept into building. So it might be building a house. How do you use a concept like repeat in order to build a wall? Then build the next wall, then build the roof, and so on. So Minecraft Education took a lot of subjects. So it's not just coding and technical subjects, but there's mathematics, there is art and crafts, there's languages, there's history, there's geography, there's science, even to periodic tables from chemistry.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of subjects that are there. And the power of Minecraft Education is that, as you've said, your kids love Minecraft.
Definitely.
Kids love Minecraft. Let's teach them in a platform that they enjoy already. And a lot of kids, they learn almost by chance. While they're playing it, they're picking up concepts, they're learning things. While they're playing it, they're gaining confidence. And while they're playing it, they're learning that, cybersecurity, what's involved? I see this thing called cybersecurity, cyber AI on Minecraft Education. Let me click on it and see what that does. They enjoy playing it, but they're learning about cybersecurity. A lot of our kids now are on phones at a much earlier age.
Yeah.
And a lot of them aren't sure or don't know what is it that is safe for me to share online. If I'm playing a game and I've been playing this game with Alfred for the past 6 months,
yeah,
is it okay for me to share my phone number with Alfred because we seem to get along online? I've never met him, I don't know him. Is it okay for me to share my address? A lot of kids, if you ask them, they'll stumble a bit because they're not sure. So through learning, through Minecraft Education, kids start picking up on those things, that what is safe for me to share, what is cybersecurity, what does it mean to be safe online? And then, of course, the other subjects as well. So there's a lot. I wouldn't be able to touch on everything, but there's a lot that kids can learn.
What I pick up, what's interesting, I didn't know that Minecraft was bought by Microsoft, which is quite an interesting integration into Microsoft. So which means that Microsoft will be around forever. Definitely. I mean, look at AI, the what you call open AI with Microsoft, and then you also have Minecraft with Microsoft. Does it mean that we are building, we're almost like bringing up intelligent kids from this era in 10 to 20 years time? Because what these kids are learning is not something that we learned when we were growing up. There was no technology, there was no Minecraft, there was no these kind of intelligent games that we could master and maybe build ourselves to become, or build ourselves for the future. We only learned as we grow that we need to do IT, or we need to do cybersecurity or AI or whatever it is, or development. So what does it mean for the next generation?
Melvin, without a doubt, our kids have to be smarter than us.
Yeah.
And they are already. If I think back to when I was growing up, the TV wasn't working for whatever reason. My dad would call me, and it was just a matter of maybe the setting was changed.
Just be clear. If you say TV, this generation won't understand what you mean. Just be specific that it was a black and white TV. It was no color TV.
When it comes to that, yes, let's be very specific. It wasn't a 64-inch flat screen TV, 1080 HD. It was a true TV, black and white, and the TV channels had a start time and an end time.
Yeah.
You couldn't just switch on the TV and there's many channels for you to watch. So in those days, if you had a radio, you could connect it to the TV and then the sound would play through the radio. So myself and my brother, we would change those connections. But now my parents want to watch TV. We now have to fix that. So bring it to nowadays, our kids are doing the same thing. Now their Xbox, they change settings, they go onto the app stores for the TV, go to an app. You now want to watch TV, they must come and fix it. So to answer your question specifically around what should our kids be learning, they need to be learning problem solving.
Yeah.
Ultimately. And one of the great things that I need to touch on is with Minecraft, I love how a lot of the concepts are forward thinking. So there's a challenge taking place. I don't think I even mentioned it to you before.
Okay.
Called Schools Reinventing Cities. So what they've done, and City of Tshwane in Pretoria is the first city is the only city in Africa taking part in this challenge. And primary school kids get to redesign Union Square inside Minecraft, and they have to address sustainable living. So things that a city planner needs to think about now. Kids are being challenged and say, kids, you know, in Pretoria, we have these challenges.
Yeah.
Water, and it's all over the news. Of refuse, of power, I've mentioned power, food provision.
Definitely.
And touches onto the sustainable goals, the United Nations Sustainable Goals. So the kids now are being tasked with reimagining a city and acting as city planners. There's a competition where they now have to provide solutions, design the solution in Minecraft. So now kids have to think about what is practical for Pretoria. They have to almost be city planners within Minecraft education. This is things we never had a chance of doing. But
that's like that's wildest dream.
Exactly. Now you expose it to kids.
Yeah.
By the time a child is in varsity and they're going into something that involves urban planning, they can draw on that. And a child going into something else, technology, can draw on that and say, for smart cities, when we talk of technology, how can technology aid my city? Because I did a challenge in the research I did. I saw what challenges are faced by my city. So a lot of kids now basically need to be exposed to technology. Parents are afraid of Minecraft. I think that's one place we can start because it's viewed as a game.
Definitely.
It's a game that teaches, and it's not the only one. There's a lot of online digital platforms that kids need to be exposed to, just so that when the kids grow older, they understand how to solve problems using technology.
Okay. So in terms of RAD Academy, do you just use Minecraft, or do you use any other tools to teach kids coding?
So Minecraft is our main one. Minecraft education, that is our main one because of the versatility and the number of things that are there. We go beyond that, and then we also teach kids web development and app development. And what we do in that is, and this is going to be in term 3. So currently first term is Minecraft, term 2 is game development. And with game development, it's Minecraft, but also Scratch and Unity. The idea is, before I talk about the idea, let me summarize it. Term 3 is then web development, app development. The idea for term 2, game development, web and app development, is let kids think about their culture, their heritage. What games did their parents, grandparents play? How do you digitize those games?
Yeah.
What are some of the stories they were told? How do you turn that story into a narration in whether it's Minecraft, Scratch, or whichever platform the child is familiar with? Or as a website where you're telling a story, or as an app. How do you teach languages? We were talking about languages earlier. How do you teach people your language? How do I say hello in this using technology? And the idea is, let's take our heritage and put it onto digital platforms. And as much as Minecraft is our main one, we always try and find the platform that works for the child. So all the platforms that we use, we try and see which one touches a lot more kids than just one, because all kids learn differently.
Yeah.
We also don't want kids to sign up and then they have to learn in a way that they actually don't like. There might be kids that don't like Minecraft. If they don't, then does that mean they're excluded? No. Let's find a platform where they can learn the concepts. The most important thing is the concept. Let's find a platform where they can learn the concept and then apply it. As long as they learn the concept, the platform is immaterial. So we've used Scratch, we've used code.org, we've used RoboMind, there's another one called CAD. So we also have done 3D printing and teaching kids about 3D printing, what's involved. And let's see which other one have I left out. But there's quite a number. And then when it comes to AI, there's a plethora of tools online. Yeah. So we rather say, kids, these are the online options. What is it that you need to do to learn when it comes to AI? Let's give you access to, or let's show you where these tools are. Then you find one that works for you, because there are so many. It's almost impossible to say that we are just going to use one.
Definitely.
Because they need to learn.
So we're going to move into AI. Right. I understand you're actually a consultant yourself, right? And I was watching one of I think you're giving a speech at Sasol, and you spoke a lot about AI. So I'm just going to put it out there. Alfred is a speaker. If you want to book him for any speaking gig, he's available for speaking. you spoke about AI, and I want you to take us through different AIs and what you think about, what's happening in the world at the moment. I remember in my last episode, I called it the topsy-turvy times, where things are changing rapidly within this environment. If you don't catch up, you snooze, you lose, basically, because AI is moving faster than anything else, So I'll start, there is cloud.ai. Right. We use it for coding. We generate code, and I think it's one game changer that came through for us. There is DeepSeek. You can go on with the list.
So when it comes to AI, and this is something I was saying at a presentation I did recently, regardless of what career you're in, even if you go online and say, give me a list of AI tools that can help me in my career as a teacher, as a podcast host, as someone in marketing, as a photographer, as whatever industry, you can get a list of AI tools. And as you mentioned, it is topsy-turvy times. What I would suggest is start somewhere. Find a tool and then just start learning how to use it. So some of the tools, ChatGPT, most people have heard about it and know it. And there's Microsoft Copilot, there's Gemini, which is from Google. And these are what are called large language models, which are AI models that are language-based and almost conversational. Then you have AI tools, for example, that then generate images. You can generate images in the large language models, the ones I've mentioned already. And there are some that specialize in images. So there's Midjourney, which is one that comes to mind. And, there's pictures, I think it's a year ago, where we had I think there was one of the Pope in a white jacket or white sweater. There was one of Donald Trump. There was
the one that was...
I believe it was Midjourney. And that's where a lot of people got scared of AI because the pictures look so realistic.
They look so...
And you then ask yourself, as a...
I currently saw, I think, a video on TikTok of Justin Bieber and what was the ex-girlfriend? The ex-girlfriend's name. But yeah, it looks so real. And people are commenting. I mean, this is a recent TikTok video, but I could tell that this is AI. There's no way that it is real. You know what I mean? I think it's Selena Gomez, right? I think he was dating Selena Gomez.
I wouldn't know.
I stand to be corrected, but I think it was Selena Gomez, and it was looking so real. And people were commenting today, and there were some were disappointed. And I'm like, guys, this is actually AI. I can pick up from just watching this.
And Alvin, that's the thing where if you're not exposed to AI, you struggle to tell what someone who has just the basics of AI can pick up, that this video is fake. We had the song, I think, is it Drake, which was an AI generated song, which apparently got a lot of hits. And we also there's even I think it's News AI, news outlet that sends news articles. It's a website, News AI. It's AI generated news articles. So it gathers content from online. There's what's the content that's trending, and then generates news articles with an image based on that article. It gives you a summary of exactly what's happening. And I've looked into some of them. It's actual news. And you can subscribe to this platform and just get those updates in your email. And then there's also, so besides the AI tools, there's also what now is coming up as AI assistants.
Yes.
And there's one that I use called Sintra, and it has 12 assistants, so different business units. So it could be a personal assistant, could be a business development specialist, it could be a search engine optimization specialist, it could be a data analyst specialist.
So they're all digital marketing agents.
Exactly. So each of them focuses on that area. You can ask it, this is what I'm trying to do. So there's an overall mind that you put in who you are, what you do, and then it gives you suggestions on how you can challenge some challenge you can have.
Should I say that it's quite positive? I mean, it doesn't have emotions, so different from human beings. So which means that we can just basically replace the human beings with the AI agents?
Yes and no. I'll say yes and no.
What's the downside?
The downside is when it doesn't have the context. So there's things that someone working in your environment will pick up just by being in your environment. You can think of this as someone who walks in the door, you have a meeting, you tell them what you want, then they walk out and come back with the result. They don't sit in your office, pick up the various nuances, and they're like, you know what, based on the challenges we spoke about in our last meeting and the things I've picked up in the office, this is how I think we need to address this. And also based on what I see happening in Midrand, in South Africa, in Johannesburg, in Sandton, in Cape Town, this is what's trending. this is how we need to do it. So and so was trending because they did this, and it affects what we are doing. We could actually jump onto that. So a human being can plug those things in. Where I say the benefits of AI assistance is, like for me, because some areas I had no clue where to start. When it comes to some of the assistance, all I knew was I want to achieve this result. How could I start? But then I can say, okay, now I've got an idea. Then I could approach someone who has a better idea, who works in that area, and say, look, this is what I'm considering to do. And how would you recommend I go forward? And for small businesses, especially, it helps because you don't have the overhead of salaries.
Yeah.
So it just helps you at least move on to the next month, next 6 months, next year. But at some point, you definitely have to get a human being to then also supplement what those AI tools give you.
Wow.
So there's AI assistance, and a lot of marketing online now is around an AI agents, where you are told, like for me, I've seen so many adverts of build your own AI agency and make lots of money out of it. What the idea is, almost build your own, like a marketing agency.
Yeah.
That's AI that you can sell, that solves a problem for businesses. Could work for some people. Personally, for me, because of a lot of the other things I need to work on, it's not something I've dug deeper into. A lot of people have said AI is going to take jobs, and I always say AI alone will not take your job. Someone who knows how to use AI will take your job.
Okay, I get you. I think I'm in agreement with you. For me, the application of AI agents, I think it will work. It will work in conjunction with a human being that understands the field. So let's say I'm running a whole digital marketing agency. Definitely, I would need an SEO specialist. I would need a communication specialist. I would need different specialists to work with me, right? But then when I command then the AI agent to generate this kind of content, and I'll be able to review the content, then it will work. But if you have never run a marketing agency and then you just use AI, then there might be a disaster about to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think there are pros and cons to AI. And how do you see the adaptability or the rate of adoption of AI in South Africa in terms of like AI agents and AI tools? And I know everything right now is overwhelming, like really overwhelming for so many companies. And it seems like they are throwing all this technology to us. You know, you go buy a new laptop, Copilot, say hello. You buy a new phone, Gemini is here. Like, okay, hold up, WhatsApp. I really hate that WhatsApp AI. I can't remove it. That's the problem that I have. What do you think? So that the rate of adoption of AI?
My view,
Yeah.
we are too slow.
Okay.
If I summarize, we are too slow. And the reason why I say we are too slow is for so long, and this is something my business partner and I, when we started RAD Academy, why we were saying we need kids to be forward thinking. We need to teach them skills for tomorrow, not just for today.
Yeah.
For very long, Africa has been viewed as the full of third world countries. It's the dark continent, and we hate that. In order to change it, we need to leapfrog. So a lot of talk is still on fourth industrial revolution. Other countries are already talking about fifth industrial revolution. We see technology and AI as that tool where we can leapfrog, because a lot of things we won't get it right, but at least we can fix along the way. So if we can start adopting AI quickly, a lot of countries, when you say German engineered, it already brings up in picture of quality. When you talk about made in China, it brings up other images. When you talk about made in South Africa, made in Africa, what image does it bring up? And we strongly feel that if we can grasp AI, because there's no country currently where it says, this is the country that comes to mind when you think of, or this is the country that comes to mind when you think of AI.
Yeah.
If we can grasp AI, South Africa can be that country where if you say AI, that's the place where all companies go to for exceptional AI skills. So that's why I say our adoption is slow, because this is one area where we can leapfrog. You don't need huge investments in infrastructure, unlike vehicle manufacturing, where you need extensive infrastructure, unlike other equipment. So AI is definitely somewhere where we can leapfrog, and I view it as we are too slow.
I was asking what are the pros for AI or the downsides that we have with AI?
Yeah, so the pros, definitely we can solve problems much quicker. We won't solve them perfectly because we are basically trying to solve so that we get to the next level.
Yeah, true.
The cons are that, one, if we don't take a grasp of AI, we will fall behind, and we will remain behind other nations, as we are in many other areas When you talk of fourth industrial revolution, we picked up on it late. AI, we picked up on it late. The other con is if we don't take a grasp of it, like you mentioned, with Copilot, with Gemini, that are now on our phones or WhatsApps, on laptops. If we could grasp, or if we don't grasp AI, those tools that we use are all outside-based tools in terms of out of the country. What stops us having homegrown AI tools that sit on our laptops, that sit on our phones, where kids have an AI tool that helps them in studies?
True.
These are simple large language models that could be used, and someone just says, look, let's do one.
There's a race with these large language models, if you notice that, which I'm assuming that it's more of a race on data.
Exactly.
Than anything else, right? They want to grab that data. And I had the same conversation with Dr. Magaya some few months ago when he was here on TechnoPod, and he was also talking because he's an advocate of African AI. You know, he's actually leading the African AI Institute, and he was talking about why can't we build our own models that we're gonna teach what is a funeral in our culture? You know, whether it's a Venda or Spedi or Shona or Debele, whichever way, but the AI needs to understand us as Africans.
Exactly.
It's basically meant for Europe or America. That's where they are based, not in Africa. You know. So
and if I add to that, like last year, and I'm sure even now, if you ask any of these AI tools to generate an image of a person in a certain context, or you just say, give me an image of a teacher in a classroom, that teacher does not look African. And if you then ask for an African teacher in an African classroom, the classroom does not look like the first classroom. It changes the classroom is substandard. It's a classroom that does not look as tech as the first one, which was foreign, which was European or whichever country they would have used. Once you put African context, it then has images that are the misconceptions of Africa. A place that does not have lifestyles as excellent, because we have excellent lifestyles, excellent places, excellent classrooms, excellent resources. But that is not what AI is being taught. So if we have our own homegrown AI, we can say, look, this is what it looks like to be an African. Image generation, if we use African images, we can get better quality African images generated. If you talk about buildings, also we can have quality buildings. So I think we definitely need to have homegrown AI solutions in order to capture our own.
I agree with you 100%. So I wouldn't do justice by ending this episode without you giving away your details on how parents who want their kids to learn coding and Minecraft, how do they conduct you, or how do they fill in the forms? I'm one of the parents. So I don't know if you offer some kind of like assessment sessions where I can bring the boys, they can be assessed to see if they can take on. And of course, a part of your consulting and speaking, they would want to book you for speaking and also consulting on AI and anything that has to do with technology.
No, thanks, Alvin. So Alfred Chingombe on LinkedIn, also on Facebook, and then info@radacademy.co.za, email address. Also radacademy.co.za as the website, if you wanted to get more info. And RAD, RAD Academy, so RAD for Redefining African Dreams. And for anyone who wants to do our lessons, so Alvin, for your kids, we do offer complimentary lesson first, because we always believe that not every child might click with us. We think we can click with most kids, but not every child will click with us. So the idea of the complimentary lesson is, let's make sure there's a good fit, and that we see which track we can put your child in. And then also online as well, we do the complimentary lesson for those that want online lessons. But those that want to do in-person lessons, we recommend doing the in-person complimentary lesson, because in-person lessons for kids are much, much better. Online, we just do that as a service for those that aren't able to make it. For speaking, one of the things, in case you might be wondering why I am as a speaker, I am a Toastmaster. So I do learn about speaking as well. I don't just speak. And you can contact me also on info@radacademy.co.za, and I will respond if there's any request for any talks, speeches, even if it's to a school that's looking for someone to come and speak to kids about technology and the impact of technology.
Great. Alfred, thank you for coming to this episode. It's been a pleasure talking to you. I think I'll take a lot from this episode. I actually want to bring my kids on board, so I'm excited.
And anyone who watches this and brings their kids to RAD Academy, please make sure you mention Techmark Pod as your source. There might be a discount in place for you.
Sound of that.
Please make sure, do not forget to mention Techmark Pod is where you found out about RAD Academy. And I think definitely there will be a discount, not maybe, there will be a discount for you. Only applicable for a short time. So the next 2 months, 2 to 3 months, I'll let Alvin know exactly how long. But please do make sure it will be on our website as well. But there will be a discount.
Don't forget to subscribe. See you later.